Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector and continuing on with my faction tips sections. The next thing I'm going to discuss is about the Necron faction in general, kind of going over the faction traits, the command point abilities, and what each one of them do. So for the Necrons, their faction trait is the Dynasty of Living Metal. So what that does is pretty much your units will gain bonus momentum at the end of its turn if it moved away from its starting position. So if you move, you're going to end up getting momentum, which is an easy way of getting it. So just got to always be moving. You don't want to just have your guys plop down in the same spot and not moving, or else you're not going to get that bonus momentum. You get pretty much 5 momentum after moving at least 3 tiles, so you always want to be on the move. And then what the momentum does on these guys is it allows you to heal half of your HP per momentum. So if you have 100 momentum, you're going to be healing 50% of your HP. So on your heroes and other high HP units, that's a significant amount of healing that you're going to be doing. For example, if you have a 300 HP unit, which is what some of your HQ units are, at 100 momentum, you're going to end up healing 150 health. Or I think the Annihilator can, I think, has 360 health if I remember correctly, so that means that's going to be healing 180 health per turn. So it gets to be a ridiculous amount of HP healing depending on the situation. So definitely something to keep into consideration. Now it can be a little bit difficult to get the momentum when you're getting locked down into combat and you're just like killing everything in the same area, since you got to move at least 3 tiles from where you start to get the plus 5 momentum bonus, and that goes up to 7, I think, if you or even more if you end up using your HQ commander to help you gain additional momentum. So it all depends on how you want to do it here. Okay, so the first ability here is the Scarab Tempest. It spawns a Canaptic Scarab Swarm units at the target tile. If there is an enemy at the tile, a charge attack will be done, and additional Canaptic Scarab Swarm unit will attack the enemy. If the tile is empty, an additional Canaptic Scarab Swarm unit will be spawned at a random adjacent tile. So what you'll want to do is use it to snipe enemy heroes here. So we'll call them in, and it drops 2 Scarab Swarms on top of them, and so it just got the kill. And then as long as they're not locked down, you can then move them over here and then get another rear attack here, and it allows you to just snipe enemy heroes like nobody's business. So it's an extremely annoying ability because it's easy for these guys to get a lot of momentum, especially if they're moving a lot of units around, since every turn they're getting momentum gains with the movement. And you can even buff that further when you're using your abilities with your Overlord, and so you can spawn 2 to 4 Scarab Swarms every turn, and you just keep dumping it on their HQ units or around the Strategic Command map, and you can just totally overwhelm enemy forces, especially towards the end of a match when they don't have a lot of guys that are likely to have a lot of AoE, because you can just lock a lot of guys down. And it seems like the Scarab Swarms are pretty decent at causing suppression and locking units down to cause their loss of movement. So that is their level 1 ability. Alright, and then the second tier ability here is the Tesla Lightning Storm. The Doomsize sweeps overhead, blasting 2 targets with its twin Tesla Destructors, dealing 10 to 14 damage with an armor piercing of 2. Now the nice thing about this ability is you could really select it anywhere that you can see. It's not like a line attack like a lot of the other units are, or a lot of the other attacks are, so you can just select 2 random units. So definitely kind of a fun ability to use. Okay, and now we finally got to our level 3 command points. And what this allows you to do is a Scything Death Ray. Deals friendly fire, so it fires in 4 tiles in a line, dealing 150 to 200 damage per shot with armor piercing value of 8. So we'll come here and go here, and unfortunately I can't get over to take out the last unit here, but we'll see what happens. So it's down, and because he summoned that other assault marine in, that's why the game is ending even though he's still on the field there. So those are the command points for the Necrons. They're all very good. So they're definitely a very fun faction, as you can see by watching all the times it's taken me, unless I'm trying to actually have difficulty getting momentum. It's easier to just, these guys just do a shit ton of damage and you're able to just kill a lot of different units very quickly. So the videos for just showing how to use the units is actually quicker than it was for the other factions, since there's less movement. They all do good damage, and it's just like get in there, shoot at range, or hold the guys down and just keep peeling them apart. That's the name of the game when it comes to the Necrons. The Chaos, like I said, these guys can kill them very easily. However, if you start blinding by having all your guys together and then they use their blind ability, you're in for a bad time. Likewise, you also got to be careful with the other factions that have AoE attacks, like the strafing runs and the Tyrannid Spore Mines, or the Tyrannid Venom Strafe, or whatever it's called. Those things could definitely hit a lot of your high value targets. You know, focusing on momentum, it's getting the healing. So if your guys are injured, they need to be healed. It probably makes sense to spend a turn not using that Surged or Empower. Whereas if you're fully healed, then just go ahead and nuke, not nuke, but go ahead and get the extra attack point or action point, or empower your abilities, because it's gonna, that's what the main benefit of the momentum is on these guys, is the healing ability. So there's no increased crit or hit chance, things like that, or evasion, depending on the other factions. So that's how it works. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.